Can't hear you.
That's because I'm muted.
Okay.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Whether it be your first time, last time, thank you for taking this time to be here with us tonight. I'm AP. I'm your host. This is Time Out and Tangents. I'm joined tonight by Justin Babin Jr., Babin on the Bayou, and the one and only Paul Jarrett, Paul Jarang, Paul Jarrett 16 from at Walk It Off Talk. You can also find him at Walk It Off Talk on X. And we will be joined here shortly by, the one and only, David Billy. I thank you, Joker. I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much because going live. That's kind of how the bats were tonight. Kind of muted. The Tigers fall tonight, 4-2 in the box to Oklahoma. Um, yeah, rough go of it. Paul, what are your thoughts, man? You've been awfully quiet this evening.
That's 36 hours of being awake. The bats are non-existent aside from Omar Cerna, Jay Brown, and Josh Pearson. John Pearson, I apologize. Pitching looked good. I hope Cooper Moore's okay. I hear tricep, and it's really too close to the elbow for me to be comfortable.
Hmm. Oh, kind of
Well,
lost Paul there.
mhm.
Looks like he may have dropped out. Well, Justin, go ahead. Kind of pick up on your thoughts from the game. You were live at the box tonight,
Yeah,
and
I
we'll get
was at
Paul
the
back.
box tonight. It was especially late in the game, the box was rocking in that seventh inning, and I thought the pitching staff was good. The pitching staff was good. You know, you only gave up 4 runs. Obviously, you hope Cooper Moore is okay here, and tricep and all of that. Problems with that. So you hope Cooper Moore is okay. And you had some guys come in and do pretty well. Grant Fontenot, Santiago Garcia, guys like those stand out. But the story outside of Cooper Moore, who you hope is okay, the story is the lineup. And I was talking to you a little bit about it after the game. It feels like you know, it- this has been going on, this inconsistency for weeks now, for multiple weeks from this lineup since the first 8 games of the season where they started hot, started 8-0. Since that series since finishing that series in Jacksonville, it's just been so inconsistent lineup wise, and it feels to me, AP, like this team can't put runs up on the board without help from an
Hmm.
opposing pitching staff because they put up double digit runs in 2 games in Nashville against Vanderbilt. But in those 2 games, Vanderbilt's pitching staff really helped with free passes and issuing a ton of free passes. And you put up 7 runs Thursday night in game 1 against Oklahoma because Cam Johnson struggled to throw strikes early in that game. The Oklahoma defense made like 3 errors early in the first couple of innings of that game, and that allowed you to. I mean, you went up 5-0 in the second inning with 1 hit. Like you went up 5-0 in the second inning of that Oklahoma game with only 1 hit. So it just seems like you can't put runs up on the board if you don't get help from an opposing pitching staff, and it's a problem. It's a real problem right now, and I believe in the talent that's there. I want to shout out Omar Cerno Jr. I've been impressed with what he's done offensively at the plate lately. Obviously, Jake Brown and all of that, but this lineup is a problem. It's a problem right now, and it really feels like they can't put runs up on the board if they don't have help from the other side.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with you. I think that it's if they're not getting those free passes, the offense doesn't exist. And that's what's concerning to me. It's one thing to capitalize on mistakes, but even in the game yesterday, watching it how it unfolded, you had 6 runs on 2 hits, and Oklahoma started making a little bit of a push until you started getting some insurance runs late. That was a little scary, like it did not feel it didn't feel right. and David is, making his way from the box to the box, and we're gonna get his thoughts here. But first, I want Paul to kind of pick up where he left off before he had some technical difficulties. You're saying you heard triceps, and you're wishing the best for Cooper Moore. Go ahead, and pick up on your thoughts from where you left off, Paul.
All right, I'm trying to figure out where I was before Riverside kicked me out again for the 10th time. Um, the tricep being really close to the elbow worries me. But like I was saying, I'm too tired to get into the conversation of shifting rotations, finding the bullpen guy who's the perfect guy to replace Cooper Moore.
Yeah,
It's going to turn into a whole, you know, whatever thing, and it's just, you know, the perfect storm for after an SEC loss. It's the perfect storm. It's well, me and my wife were watching that Tough and Together documentary together after the game, having some ice cream, and what did Jay say? Jay made a comment on a press conference that does that fit that team perfectly, but fit this team, and I'm trying to remember it up top of my head, and some reason it's slipping my mind right now. But
36
this
hours of
team
being up,
doesn't
bro.
have it. Well, like my wife asked me what my opinion is on this team, and it's like when you're trying to make a red velvet cake,
Mm-hmm.
and you got the red food dye, you got the right color shade, but then you drop like 3 drops of black color food dye or purple color food dye or something to throw off the color, and it's just not right. That's this team right now. They're not together.
Yeah,
So
I completely agree. I completely agree with you. It's a bunch of good parts that just aren't mixing well. You got a little bit too much of this, not enough of that, and like you said, definitely have that itch. That they definitely don't have that it factor. Shout out to Zach Nunez being in the chat. Yeah, I definitely love ice cream too, Zach. Absolutely, ice cream is amazing. But I look at this team and it's like last year, whenever you needed to get that clutch up hit, and David and Zach touched on this just on a second ago on Go Deep Dive. If you're not subscribed over there, I'm sorry for you. You need to be so. Need to be subscribed so you don't miss out on these type of conversations. They touched on this by saying like they always found a way to get that big hit, that clutch hit, that hit in the moment, and you had it tonight in the bottom of the eighth, bases loaded, and then you had Derek Curiel up at the plate. Last year, we get a run, if not two, to cross that plate in that moment. This year, you get a pop up short left field, and it ends the inning. If the roles were reversed, with this team having to play Tennessee at home and you needing a 1:17 a.m. walk off to win the game, I don't think we get it. We get broken. We get heartbroken. David, I know
people
you're.
forget. I think we had to score 6 runs that inning to get to that
Yes,
walk
to
off.
get to that walk off. Yes, it was. You were losing going into the ninth, bad, but you scratched runs together to put yourself in a position to win. This year, it's been the complete opposite, where you've either had a lead and you gave it up late for a walk off like Vandy, or you are clawing your way back and then you just kind of get a little bit too far out in front of you. You have some bad mistakes in the outfield. You give up a big hit. It's other teams are making the plays that you're used to seeing. David, just give us like your macro outlook on this team right now, not the micro. Just 5 games in to SEC play, a month into the season. Give me your macro outlook on this team right now where we stand.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, you can hear you good.
Okay. The best way I can put it is they are incapable of getting over the hump, and that's
Mm.
the simplest way I can say it. And that applies to the not be able to get a big hit like we talked about in the big situations. It even comes down to like a couple moments tonight. Where you have two strikes on a hitter or two outs, and you can't even although the pitching, credit the pitching, the bullpen for doing what they did tonight. But like there was certain spots where you can't get the final out, you can't put it away, you can't get over the hump. And it applies to everything they're doing right now. And it's like, you take a step forward and then, I don't know, I say you take two steps back, but like you definitely take a step back and you just can't get over the hump. Like it's just like you're stuck between two hills right now, and you try to get close to the top and you just roll on backwards.
Right. No, that's a damn good way to put it. Go ahead, Justin. Looks like you got to say something.
No, I would agree with everything y'all are saying. I would say to me it's a team that can't put it all together right now. And what do I mean by that? I mean, let's look back to the last 3 weekends. Sacramento State, your pitching does good enough to win that series. Your pitching, I thought, they did give up a few runs here or there, but I thought against Sacramento State you were okay. And pitching wise, your bats were cold in games 2 and game 3. Vanderbilt series, you do pretty good offensively. You except for Saturday, but Friday and Sunday games 1 and 3, you put up double digit runs. Your pitching issues, 25 free passes in 3 games, you lose that series. And then obviously Thursday night was great, game 1 was great, but tonight it's like the pitching was fine. The pitching was good. The bullpen was good tonight. And the offense went back to their old ways. It's like this team can't put both sides of the ball together, and it is costing them games. It's like one side is doing well, and the other side has to completely fall flat on its face. And that's kind of how I feel right now.
There's no complimentary baseball. That's well played, Justin.
I got a question. We watched Kaysen go 7 2/3 innings, give up 3 hits, one run, one unearned run, one walk, 15 strikeouts against 27 at bats with 110 pitches. If he doesn't have that type of performance, do we win yesterday?
I I
No.
told Zach, that like Kaysen doing what he did and having just a like magnificent night masked you not be able to come through in a lot of situations. Like it hid that a lot.
Because when you look at that game and the way Cam Johnson started off, that should have been a run. We should have run ruled them. Am I wrong, Paul, in that assessment?
Well, David and Ben kind of fill me in on what I'm missing from yesterday's game in the first inning, but you had one out, bases loaded. I believe John Pearson does his job, hits a sac fly, and then a strikeout by York, leaving the bases loaded. Second inning, you scratch across 4 more, 3 on three on Johnson, 1 on Mercurius, but I think that was still charged to Johnson. And you didn't have a hit. So
Yep.
Yeah, you
explain
had
to me
one hit.
how you had 0 hits to that point.
Oh,
Ungats.
Go ahead. Justin, it looks like you're raising your hand. I couldn't tell you. Both you and Paul kind of
no, I was just fixing with my earbud. I'm
Oh,
good.
okay,
You're
okay.
good, Paul. I'm good.
Been the one guy that I'll say it now. A golden sombrero changes things in the outlooks of a coach whenever you're struggling at the plate.
Yep.
And Zach York having the golden sombrero at night, his defense is underrated. I'm not giving anything on his defense. He's not seeing it.
He's not even swinging
He's
at
not
it.
seeing
Yeah.
it.
He's not swinging it, right? Like
He
the
struck out
bat
3
is staying
times
on
in
his
one game.
shoulder.
This is what this team needs right now. It's not productive at bats. It's competitive at bats.
Yep. Yep.
2/3 of this lineup is not competitive.
No, no. This lineup.
And if you
Man,
watch the TV copy tonight and you watch the middle infielders kind of interacting with one another, I'm not saying the kids don't like each other. It doesn't gel. Something's off.
They're uncomfortable for sure. Like they're feeling the pressure. They don't like they know that they're struggling. Like they're not having fun. Like Cooper Williams told us this. Was that Tuesday? He had like his second good outing after throwing a perfect inning to close out the game against Vandy on Sunday. And he said, like, what was the difference? And he said, I realized I wasn't having fun. And like I've been playing baseball since I've been 3 years old. And it finally hit me that I was not having fun. And it's like this is supposed to be fun. And maybe that needs to apply to everybody else on the team because they just look miserable. Like, they're not saying like they have moments like they exploded when they thought they tied the game in that seventh inning. On when Stanfield came across home, they didn't realize that the ball grazed Milam. But just like there's, I don't know, man. You're right, Paul. Something's off.
Hmm.
Well, one interaction sticks out in my head, and it's early in the game. It's Milam and Caraway, and it's that ball that comes in that Caraway cuts off from Milam,
Mhm.
and Milam's looking into left field, and he's kind of standing there like, "All right, you want to give me the ball?" And he kind of just walks through Milam like he's not there, and he's like, "Okay." And it's like, that's an interaction you don't get. Uh, Not even in 24.
it seems like you don't have a spark anywhere in this roster. You have a
Yeah, you
bunch
do.
of
You got
guys.
Brown,
No. I
Yeah,
don't mean
Brown.
spark. I don't mean spark
Pearson.
by like a bat. You got bats that can set off fireworks, but you don't have that guy that they just like that just lifts the spirit up. Like that's like that energy, that burst of energy, that the guy that just lifts, that can remove the gray clouds from off of their head. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Zach says it here in the chat. Give me Eddie motherfucking Yaman vibes guy. Like, and I've been saying that. I've been saying that
Give him a
for a
start, dude.
while.
Give him a
I
start,
mean,
Where?
please.
but where? And that's exactly
I
what I was
want
about to
him at
say.
That's
DH
Like,
tomorrow.
exactly what I
do
said. That's exactly what I said on my podcast. Where?
where do you put him? Do we DH him? Do you put him at first? Do you do you
Maybe.
do you do you put him at
I
first and
put him at
DH
first for one
and
game.
DH
I'll put
York?
him at first for one game. I
York needs a
But
do.
game off.
I think York
He,
needs to sit
York
like
needs a game off.
Joker says it here in the chat too. I've never defended his bat, only his defense, but I do agree he needs to watch a game or two. It's getting to that point. Zach also said in the chat, York is getting some bad calls, but he's got to swing the bat.
Yeah,
You
calls are irrelevant.
yeah, right. A call doesn't matter if you're leaving the bat on your shoulder. Like you're making that choice. Like I get
I
it.
It's
don't.
different if you have Angel Hernandez behind the plate. Like it's totally different if you have which Babbitt knows what I'm talking about. AP doesn't. AP Angel Hernandez is the worst umpire ever to umpire Major League Baseball, and somehow he ended up
Why'd
in the
you
World
have to
Series
remind me of him?
games.
Why'd you have to bring him
Angel,
up?
if you have Angel Hernandez behind the plate, yeah, I look at York and I go, hey York, hey, he got you, kid. That's all it is. You don't have Angel Hernandez or Jeff Head behind the plate every game. I don't think we've had Jeff Head behind the plate one time this year.
Just be
So
once, but yeah.
Zach with probably the chat of the night. Doesn't matter. BD is swinging that crap, and York has more strikes watched than a bowling ball, than a bowling
and we
alley.
can't receive a ball at the plate.
No,
First pitch of the game, drop.
Yeah,
no.
I
It's
They're
do.
trying.
I, s- I said it earlier about Cerna. I am impressed with what he's doing at the plate offensively. I think he's been really good over the past couple of games. Going back to Nashville, I see a lot in him, and I think he's going to be very, very good during his time here. It's still definitely at times a struggle behind the plate defensively, though. Like it's still something that definitely needs a lot of work. But I do want to give him his props for impressing me offensively lately, really going back to the Vanderbilt series. And even before that, the grand slam he hit against Creighton that gave you the lead. You know, So, but there's definitely still work that needs to be done defensively behind the plate with both Aaron Beatty and Cerna.
It, I can tell you exactly what it's two things. And neither of these things are going to change because one is just what everybody does, and the other is what Josh Jordan teaches. And just right now, they have not been good enough to grasp it. First of all, the one knee catching shit is atrocious. Like you cannot block a ball in the dirt to your right or your left when you're on one knee. It blows my mind that they still allow them to do that. And it's not just LSU. Like this is like all across baseball right now. It blows my mind. Like there was one tonight where he couldn't shift because he's on one knee. It was the wild pitch that scored either the first or second run of the game. I can't remember, but one of Cooper Moore's runs. And then the not being able to receive thing is like they're trying to frame everything. Like they're trying to pull everything into the zone. Like Ben McDonald talks about it when he's on the broadcast. Like
Yes.
and they're doing it too much. Like they're doing it too, or they're not good at it. Like so, just
Just
it's
catch
not. We're
the
not.
ball.
Yeah, we're not talking about like an MLB tight strike zone right now. It's college. Like the strike zone's gonna be bigger. Like just catch the ball, man. Like it's
Mhm.
brutal. It's brutal.
That
I
that
for,
one
I
that
for,
scored on the that one that scored on the drop ball wild pitch, whatever you want to call it, that made it 2-1 tonight. That one was just like, man, how many times are we gonna see that this season? How many times are we gonna see that? It's just, man, there's just some problems that just haven't gone away. Like it's just they're still there. They're still lingering with this team, and they just gotta be fixed. Like they gotta be fixed. You can't have that in that situation.
No, go ahead, Paul. You're about
it's
to say something.
I forget what stream it was, and I apologize for not remembering at the moment. But somebody was talking about catching mitt sizes,
Oh, that was
and
me and Buddha.
that was you and Buddha. So talking about catching mid sizes and talking about technique and what Buddha was trying to, which he described it well, but I'm a visual guy. It's this. It is this.
For the podcast audience, Paul is making a swiping motion from
It
down to
is
up.
up. It's down up. And that's why you see catchers
Hmm.
using those smaller catching mitts because they're sitting closer to the plate now, and they're trying to because it's showing that you can steal calls that way. And I'm all for it. But right now, you're not catching it. David would know this. Back in the day, with guys like Tim Wakefield, R.A. Dickey, old knuckleballers, they would have like stop sign size catching mitts because you had to be able to catch that dancer. Right now, LSU needs to go to Dick's Academy,
It's interesting. That's what
East
you went
Red
for
Bay,
Six,
first.
Red Six Sports.
Red Stick Sports, whatever it is. Don't care. S&S Sports in Hammond. Go find a leathersmith and buy the stop sign size catching mitts. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I know how to fix.
It's
That
bad, man.
what you just that is the one thing, where that's why they do that so they can get lower to go down the up, like you said, that's it's just it's not working. Like Caden Bodine was good at doing it. There was that stat before the finals last year about how many strikes, there was the chart that came out. Like some of the strikes that he has
That he
stolen
stole.
across the year. Yeah, because he's good at it. Like
I remember that.
we got to simplify these things. And Justin's right. Like they're not getting better, and they're not even like we're not even seeing like little signs of improvement here and there. Like it's just flat out been steady bad
It's
across
been
since game one.
consistently bad. Beatty started off the season strong. I shouted him out, and I mean that was my biggest concern going into it. And the first week of the season, he looked great, and it seems like every game since he has been slipping off. And Joker says in the chat, Cerner's producing offensively, so you ride the better backstop. Beatty struggles are at both right now, and it is. And then
Well,
he asked
it's
a funny
Beatty
question:
had a
Can
great
DJ
weekend at Vanderbilt, though.
Yeah, he
yeah, that's
did.
what I
Can
was gonna
DJ Primo
say. That's
catch
what
or swing a bat?
Wasn't
LOL.
Beatty
He's
2 for
asking.
4 last night? Huh,
Yeah,
David?
I
what I
think
was
you're.
gonna
I
say
don't
is he had a good weekend against Vanderbilt.
But you can't just
That's
have a
what
good
like I
week
know.
here. Like
Well,
you gotta
shit, we can't
like.
ask for much right now, AP. Honestly, we
No,
don't
you're
say-
right. You're right. You got to take the wins where you get them. But I mean,
Uh-huh.
Jesus, man, like, come on.
It's like every
Like,
time you think like you came out of last night, like Paul even said it. I think I was right. Now I don't remember. I was on the way home, but like Paul texted me, is like we might have to have a conversation about Beatty. And like every time you get there with one of them, the other one has a rough night to follow it, and it's like, well, shit, it's both of them.
Right. It's
and
the
this
play.
this whole conversation started with Yaman. David went to some scrimmages. Who's the number 3 catcher on this team defensively? David.
Uh, I mean, Yaman.
Like, would you in talent and ability to catch, would you put Yaman at 3?
I honestly don't know. I mean, the only other guy we saw even put catcher's equipment on in the preseason scrimmages was Braden Simpson,
It's
and
Carroll. Yeah, yeah, it was Simpson. Yeah, like, and honestly, I saw Simpson. Like, that's why in the season preview I had Simpson starting at first with York at DH. He played so much first; it was insane, and he hasn't touched that bag this year. Now York has been great defensively. Can't
dude,
take that away from
tomorrow.
him.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. You cut
No,
out.
you
I
go.
thought
Go
you
ahead.
stopped
Go
talking.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, like y'all know me. Like it's not necessarily that I've been a beady defender.
Oh,
Oh, uh-oh.
oh,
You kind of,
I think I
your
can speak
audio's a
for
little.
David because we were both in the same boat in the beginning of the year. We weren't exactly BD defenders, but we weren't BD haters. We believed in what he could potentially be. All right, you're a core of the way through the season now. We've seen what we need to see. That's basically where it's at now. And I don't know. I'd love to have Yam in the lineup. Who you taking off the field? Because people want Braun at first now. Okay, so you DH Yaman. All right. If B's catching, Cerner's not sitting the bench. So do you put Yaman at first, sit Simpson, sit York, sit Braun?
Yes, Zach. It's
People want these
so
people in the lineup, but they don't think about who they're taking off the field.
right,
I
look, you got issues, you got small issues in the field, and it's not your outfield. Like Pearson's been solid the last 3 starts he's had at third base. You're not gonna move him from third base right now. He's been okay. Milam, you know damn well he ain't leaving. And then second base is been
A
rotating.
rotating door.
Right. And
I
that's where
hate
your
it.
issue is. Right. I can't stand it either. And like I didn't see the issue with Caraway. Like I didn't see it because I wasn't watching the first half of the game. Um Sorry, spoiler alert. I didn't catch the first 5. Sorry.
Yeah,
But
who cares?
like I said, like the relationship that Milam and Dardar had, you could tell that they were comfortable with each other side by side in the field. If Milam is having an issue relating with Caraway at second, that's a major problem up the middle of your defense. You don't want that. You do not want that at all. And then everyone's going to come at York for his bat, but York is literally making pick plays from Milam to save some of the throws. And
And
it's
play.
like if you take him off the field, are you going to get that level of consistency and trust from your shortstop who is the heart of your defense and has been saving runs? For as bad as it's been, it can get worse. So, and everybody can't play DH, unfortunately. You only
I
got one of those. So, who is a bat or two that we can insert into this lineup and we can say for certain they will make a difference, not just batting, but also in the field? Who can we go to with that, David? I'm gonna toss it to you first, then Justin, then Paul.
The key words that make that question almost impossible to answer is for
Mm-hmm.
certain. Yeah, like that. I for certain I ain't got really anything for you. But like in doing both, I don't know. I was trying to say before I broke up, like I want I want to see a game with Cerna catching tomorrow. I want Yaman to DH or play first. I just want him in there, and maybe even, or maybe put Yaman at DH and let Braun play a game at first to give York a day off. I don't know, but I really don't know. It's tough. I'm thinking. I don't know.
I'm laughing because Joker in the chat says DJ Primo is the answer. Go ahead, Justin.
Paul
know
would
why he
love
was warming up
that.
today.
Paul would love that.
Who can we insert in this lineup that'll be able to produce a bat and play in the field? And I'm
Look,
going through this project
I'll
for a
be honest,
reason.
I haven't seen much of him defensively. And this is the easy pick, but yes, I mean, it just seems like this team just needs a spark. They need a jolt of energy. And the guy I think will bring that is Eddie Yaman. The guy I think will bring that is Eddie Yaman. Look at how he's a team guy. He was here last year. He look at how pumped up he was when he got that first homer. Like that first homer he got a couple weeks ago. Look at coming in the game what was it against Grambling this week, getting that big,
A
fly
huge
ball to the
sac
warning
fly.
track,
Yeah.
allowing a run to, yeah, I mean, just doing his job. Like he comes in and does his job. Now defensively, I gotta see a bigger sample size defensively. Maybe Paul and David can speak to that a little bit more, but this team just needs a spark. Like they need some energy. There's no spark right now with Jake Brown is obviously on fire, and I like I said earlier, Curiel, Milam, and then Cerna. But besides those three or four, I just man, Eddie Yaman is the guy that I just one game, just give him a start, man. Just put him in the lineup and give him a start. And defensively, yes, I understand, but just give it a try. I mean, it can get worse than what it is now, but it's pretty
Can it?
bad offensively right now, y'all. It's pretty bad offensively right now, and yeah, man, there's no reason not to give Eddie Yaman a start. There's no reason not to.
Go ahead, Paul.
Okay. I'm gonna flush a couple things out here. So, first of all, are you prioritizing offense or defense? If you're prioritizing offense, remember what burned our starters in bad games. Case Nevis didn't have a bad start to really Vanderbilt. Defense burned him. The game Cooper struggled, defense burned him. So take that in consideration. Number two, team guys. I'm all about team guys. I love Eddie Yaman. I think he should get a shot somewhere. Tanner Reeves is a team guy. Ben Nippolt was a team guy. You're not looking for the team guy, you're looking for the best guy. That's why this problem is so just drawn out. And I know if Jade was sober, he is pouring something out of orange juice tonight and staring at the moon, trying to figure something out because and this is the last thing I want to ask because I just want to put things in consideration. David, you would know this better than I would, and Babin may know it as well. I think we've turned 3 double plays on the year. Has any double play been turned other than that short and second with Milam and Dardar?
I don't believe so.
Off the
Not off
top
the
of my
top of
head,
my
I don't
mind.
think. Yeah, I don't think that's happened.
Yeah, I mean,
They're lacking.
That comes with communication and comfort.
It's not like they've failed on many of them, but like it's just I don't know. They're just not like I mean, dude, how many double plays did you get bailed out of like a tough inning last year? And it's
Yeah.
there was one
I mean,
like
there were
there
two
was
straight
there,
innings that Oklahoma got bailed out of.
yeah,
Yes.
8th and 9th.
Two big innings tonight.
there was There was that one fourth inning against Vanderbilt in the Cooper Moore start where Stephen Milam just made an unbelievable defensive
Yeah.
play and flipped it to Trent Caraway at third to double him up and get Cooper Moore out of that inning unscathed. That's the only one that I can think of
I'm
right now.
happy you brought that up.
Milan,
I'm happy. I'm happy you brought that up. I can tell you how we failed. I'll be the bad guy tonight. I don't care. I can tell you how we failed double plays, and how that play with Milam almost didn't work because of the guy at third, and then the guy who was at third trying to throw it to second. There's two double plays that failed at from third to second to first. They all started with 44. They almost ended 44 at Milam.
That and look, that's a lot to consider. I mean, so I'm doing this because we're all gonna go. Well, mostly everybody's gonna say, like, give me Yaman, give me Yaman, give me Yaman. This is what look. I've been crying for some more Eddie Yaman in my life for the longest. But as I'm sitting up here, I'm starting to get real backup quarterback vibes with Eddie Yaman. What do I mean when I say that? When your starter's playing bad, everybody cheers for the backup. Everybody wants to see the backup quarterback. Remember last year it was Spencer Rattler for the Saints. Everybody wanted to see Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler came in, he provided you with a bunch of juice, but everybody forgets Spencer Rattler didn't win a single damn game. Spencer Rattler went 0 and 10 as a starting quarterback in the NFL. Then this year, Nussmeier's hurt, offense is struggling. Everybody's crying for Michael Van Buren. Everybody wants Michael Van Buren. Michael Van Buren comes in, doesn't do much at all. You win one game with Michael Van Buren. Backups are backup for a reason. And we can't forget that. There are things that we are not privy to because we're not there every single day. And if we, as fans, being objective, are sitting up here struggling to even name backups outside of Eddie Yaman to insert into this lineup, how do we think these coaches feel?
I can tell you
I
one backup that I think needs to be inserted
Who you got?
over Yaman,
Who you got?
Braden Simpson.
No,
Braden
that's
Simpson.
funny. Zach texted over a lineup in our group, and I'm gonna read it off real quick because I think this is a solid lineup. Milam leading off, Brown, Curiel, Pearson, Cerner, catching, Braun, DH or first, Yaman, DH or first, Staney, and Dardar.
fine, sure, go with it. I mean,
I would do it for
It's
a
not
game.
bad.
I would do it for a
It's
game.
not bad.
I would definitely do it for a game.
real.
Would
This
you
is
trade
not a
a
bad
SEC
lineup.
win for giving it a shot?
Right. I mean, at this point,
You're not guaranteed an SEC win
you're
without
not
doing it,
guaranteed.
giving it a
Right.
shot.
You're
No,
not.
you're
You're
Yeah.
not.
not. I know that. No, I know that.
No,
But
I'm
I'm
agreeing with
saying,
you. I'm agreeing with you.
would you if you knew that you got with that lineup, you may not have a better chance at SEC win, would you still put that lineup out? Like, I don't know how I'm trying to put it.
Yeah, I know you're trying to
This
process.
isn't non-con anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And I
but
get what you're
what?
saying. Like you wouldn't mind seeing that against a midweek game, but right now you need to try something.
Uh, I
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
Can't win
mean,
midweek games either.
Go ahead, David. What you about to say?
just real quick before we move like completely off of like far away from what you were saying about Yaman. I just told Zach that on a show. I said the reluctance to start Yaman like to this point, it almost seems like they know something that we don't. Like you said, like it hasn't just been, he didn't just get here this year. He's been here since, the end of summer, early fall of 2024. So
Right.
they very well know who he is. So they, like, I don't know, like it just seems like they know where his ceiling is, and not saying that makes it okay. Like I'd still love to see him. Like just try it. Who knows? Like you put Dalton Beck in there in that Tennessee game y'all were talking about earlier, and it came through. Um, but I said the same thing. Like to me, that's what it's starting to feel like, that they just know exactly what he is, and I guess are just comfortable with using him how they've been using him so far.
Yeah, Joker brings up a good point here in the chat. He says Pearson was a backup and Jay put him in as a spark. His words, not mine. Sunday against Vandy.
Hmm.
And Zach says you got to start trying shit to figure this shit out. Should have tried it versus
Yeah.
Grambling, but here we are.
But the problem with not being
That's
able to try it with Grambling is because you've been so inconsistent that like you're just trying to put the normal lineup out there just to
To
try
get
to get it
reps.
going. Yes, like
Right.
that's you're not good enough at this point this year, to where what I told y'all on Tuesday. There's no reason they shouldn't 10-run rule this game tonight. There's no
Yep.
reason at all. You can't even do that with your normal lineup. Like that's the issue.
you had 4 hits through 7 innings against Grambling. Like, come
Yep.
on now.
That
Like
is nasty
m-
work. Oh my god. Oh,
my
that just
thing,
gave me
my
chills.
thing, and maybe I'm being naive, but I understand that there could be harm in it, but like seriously, for one game with the way your offense is performing, th- there's no reason why you shouldn't try it for one game. There's no reason why you shouldn't try it for one game because like the offense is bad right now. It's bad, and like maybe it does work, maybe it doesn't work. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being a little bit naive. But with the way your offense is performing right now, I don't see. I just don't see the. I don't see any good reason not to try it.
What do you
All right,
have to
let me
lose?
bring one thing up.
Go
Let me
ahead,
bring
Paul.
one thing up because I know the people are going to start saying about Eddie Yaman's potential when he came to LSU, his high ceiling, all this stuff. Right? Does anybody remember the name MJ Sayal? One of the
Yeah,
top recruits
Mm-mm.
in the country. He was a
two-way
catcher.
player.
No, he was a middle infielder. Supposed to be. He had a social media following. All of a sudden, this great guy never touched the field. Transferred because he couldn't cut the mustard. Your
And it
high
bees
ceiling
like
doesn't
that
mean anything
sometimes.
once you get on the field.
And it's that way sometimes. Like it just is that way sometimes. Like coaches get paid millions of dollars to not just coach but to assess talent and he make proper evaluations and insert players who can excel when they can excel. Like clearly Jay knows
Cam
that he has a
Johnson.
bat because every time we seen Yaman come up, it's to hit. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen him in the field yet. And it's like at this point, like we're saying right now, we have to try something because what do you have to lose right now? And Zach says it in the chat. All you have to lose is the game, and at this point, you may lose that anyway.
He's right.
This point right now,
He's right.
at this point right now, Saturday, March 21st at 12:37 a.m. as David is pulling into Raising Cane's to get his box. This is a bad baseball team. And
All right.
I am lost as to why. I
They have
we said
so
at the
much talent,
beginning
dude.
we said at the beginning of the season that 1 through 8, 9 can give you 10 home runs and we sacrificed the hitting for one Jake Brown. And it's not even like balls aren't being hit hard. It's just that they're all being swung on to try to leave the yard. It's like we're forgetting how to play baseball.
Yeah.
Am I
That,
wrong am I wrong by seeing it like that?
No, they've had like one or two of those games. Like the Sunday game against Sacramento State was one where like they did just hit like hard, like not even high. Like they hit balls just at everybody. Like that's happened, and like Jay talked about it. Like that's happened once or twice, but it's like it's been other issues more times than not. They struck out 13 times tonight. Like
Oh
it
my God.
and walked four
Oh
times.
god.
Like that's just is in the situations they're happening too. Like it's no, I'm gonna tell y'all. Like I mean, I know this is my first year in that room with Jay and all that, but just I like last year and years past, I watched every damn press conference, every single after every game, midweek, whatever. I've never like Jay looks just as confused as us, and that's the scary part.
I was gonna say just that.
Yeah, that's. Look, Joker. I know you
Put
said
that 13 in
inconsistent baseball
perspective.
team. I wouldn't say bad. That's just me. But I'm sorry if you're not consistent, you're not good.
What can you say that they're
That's
You
good at?
can't say they're
right. That
good
you can't
for
say that they're
sure.
good. If the
Starting
opposite,
pitching.
in order to be good, you must be consistent. If you are not consistent, you are not good. If you are not good,
I still
you are
believe in their
bad.
starting rotation.
I think that
Still
this
believe in
Yeah.
team,
starting rotation.
yes, I think that this team can be
You
good
believe?
because of their starting rotation. Their starting rotation gives them an opportunity to win every game. Plain and simple.
To put
But
those
the
13 strikeouts in perspective for people, you have 27 outs in a baseball game.
I will
That's
say,
not funny.
I've heard, like, I understand the guy Oklahoma had on the mound today
Four of those
in
went to one
LJ
player.
Mercurius
Kudos.
is, I do want to say he is a very talented pitcher. He is a very, very good pitcher. Like, he was
Did
very, very
Gyro
good
come
for
out to play or
Oklahoma.
what?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very, very good pitcher. And in a one game sample size, sure, it makes sense. You struggled against a really talented pitcher. But it's like you deal with this and then you also have the Grambling game. Then you also have, the 3 weeks we've seen the past 3 weeks of just inconsistent play offensively. So it's not just the fact that yes, Oklahoma had a good dude, had a good pitcher on the mound, but like you've seen it a ton in like the past 3 weeks, and it's frustrating, man, because like on every show I do. I keep saying I believe in this team, I believe in talent, I believe in this, I believe in that, and I do, but it's like it's the offense is bad. Like the offense is bad, and it's not like we can keep coming on here and saying all of these things, but man, it's been over 3 weeks now.
This is not what I expected. I I'm at a loss
Not,
for words, and I don't know how to describe it. Like
espe-
David, go ahead, David.
especially after the weird. What makes it weirder is that we saw it be successful. Like they start 8-0, they dominate. Like, and not that any of the teams in Jacksonville are going to be like super regional teams, but like that's still good Power Four competition, and you dominated it. So we know it's in there. I just told Zach this. I said I still don't buy that they're not talented, that they're not good, that they're not capable. Like I don't buy that. I can't tell you why it's not happening, but I just don't buy it. It's yeah.
Yeah, 8-0
Is it?
after 6 weeks, and 8-0 to start the season, and after a total of 6 weeks of playing, you are now 16-8.
Yeah, it's just
You're
it,
8-8. 500.
yeah,
You
and
are
is
what your
it
record
like
says you are.
I hesitate saying this because I do believe in talent. Like this team is immensely talented. I truly believe that. But is it like how much of this is just is it mental? What is it right now? Because it's just everything seems off. It just seems off, and we know they're
Name something that could
talented.
be Justin, and I'll go. Yep.
And I think it goes
It
back to what Paul highlighted to start everything off. They just don't fit right now. They're just not gelling. They're not together, and it's bleeding over into every aspect of the game. defense, pitching, errors, base running, hitting. It nothing is in sync.
Because think about
Nothing is
last
in
year's
sync.
team. Think about and I hate doing this because last year's team was a national championship team, and maybe it's not a fair comparison. But Jay Johnson said last year that his 2025 team, that team was the most mentally tough team that he has ever coached in his coaching career in college baseball. Baseball, every year you're going to have a talented team at LSU. Every year you are going to have a talented team at LSU. You will never have a year where you don't have talent. But baseball is also a mindset. It's also mental. It's also having all of that stuff in the right place. That's why the team was able to go as far as they did last year, was because they were so mentally tough and they were always ready to bounce back and ready to answer when it was called upon. And it's just like, to me, yeah, I mean it's a mindset, it's mental. I don't know what it is. It's not that they're not talented, man. So that's, if I know they're talented, if I know they have the talent, then but it's not clicking, then I turn to questioning, okay, there's something here that's going on, I don't know, man. I really can't explain it. I just can't explain it with all the talent you have.
I said it after the 8 and
No, go
0
ahead, Paul.
season, part of the year, that this team was one of the most composed teams I've seen Jay have. That's went out the window.
But why? Like that's like, and that's what I'm coming back to. Like we're all saying it. Paul David said at the start this segment. Like this was the most, like mentally tough and fantastic start to 8-0. And you even just said it just now. Most composed. How do we go? How do we go from that to 8-8 4 weeks later? How do we end up here? What broke them? I don't understand it.
Uh,
I don't know, and I just don't see an opportunity for us to correct it. I mean, every time you play, you get an opportunity to correct it. Don't get me wrong, but
well, that's the thing with baseball. I mean, it could click at any point. Like this, like
right,
go look at the 2008 team. They were like just bad, like awful. They get hot, win 23 straight games, and end up in Omaha. Like that doesn't happen in any other sport.
yep, yep. Like I'm
I
not gonna
thought
be
tonight
shocked
maybe they
if we
should wear
turn it
gold for
around.
every game.
Literally, maybe
That's what
how
they did
many
in
games we
08.
got left?
Hmm.
Um, Jake Brown could just go yard
Enough
and
to get
every.
another order of golds in from Nike.
Yeah, Jake Brown could just go yard in every weekend series from here on out because we need it. We go gold every
Yep.
every uniform. He's no longer eligible for it. Pick to click, straight up.
I got like the weirdest thing about this. I got both ends of the spectrum for y'all. So I'll get the negative out of the way first. We talk about you feel good about starting pitching. I believe in it going forward too, assuming that Cooper Moore's not out for an extended period of time.
Hmm.
But as good as I would feel about it, as good as I feel about Schmidt on Sunday being a matchup advantage, all the things that we've talked about over and over in games with those pitchers that we're talking about, they're 2-6.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like since Case and Evans beat Sacramento State and you 10-run ruled them, you are 2-6 on the weekend.
And
Did
you
the
started
But
pitchers
like what,
lose you those
9 and
games?
0 with those guys, 10
10 and
and
0.
0 with
They
those
were 10 and 0.
guys,
Yeah.
and now
10 and
you're
0.
2-6 since that 10 and 0 start with those guys on the mound. And it's not really like, granted, they did like, I think it was okay in Nashville. Yes, you would like, at least one of them to get
That's
past the fifth inning, but I'm not really gonna blame them for everything that happened for stuff that happened in Nashville. I believe in the starting rotation: Casey Evans, Cooper Moore, William Schmidt. I'm not gonna. They're not a problem. They're not a problem at all. But it, man, it's just inconsistency on this entire team. It's like they just. You said it earlier, David. Just no, there's no complimentary baseball on this team, and
No.
it's so unbelievably frustrating at this point, and I find it hard to explain.
My only rebuttal to that, 2-6. I mean, it's facts. You can't deny facts. The pitch lose you games from those guys. Aside from Kaysen on Friday in Nashville.
I mean, Cooper was pretty bad at Vanderbilt.
All right.
Give
Look. No, go ahead. Go ahead, David.
No, I mean, he not. I don't know, bad, but not good. I mean, he gave up 7 hits and gave up 3 or 4 free passes. Like it was, not good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
agree.
his
I agree.
best for sure.
It's 2-5, by the way. I did bad math. Maybe I'm just thinking that they're going to lose tomorrow. I added one extra game in there, but
Right, you're
two,
just
but
getting
two and
ahead
five.
of the curve.
Please
You're getting
no,
ahead of the
please
curve.
no.
Yeah.
Please
But
no.
the other
Reverse
side
jinx.
of that
What's
that
the
I was
other
going to
side?
say,
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the good side?
you win tomorrow, and you're 3-3 in the SEC. You won, and you just beat a top 10 team. Like that's the craziest shit about all of it, and that doesn't fix all of your issues. But like I told Koki and I were talking about this, like when I was getting ready to leave the press box. I said losing 4-2 to a top 10 team's best starting pitcher because he's starting on Saturday. He's their best starting pitcher. He's been him, not like the most talented. He is their best starting pitcher. Losing 4-2 on a Saturday to a top 10 team with their best starting pitcher on the mound is not bad, but it feels so much worse than that.
No, I remember. I heard you saying that to Zach. Like it's not bad. It's
It's co-
not
it's
bad
com-
at
it's
all.
compounded with everything else.
Yes, that's what
Yeah,
makes
with
it
the
bad.
past
What
three
drives me
weeks,
nuts,
when
you give me the
It's
2022 offense, we beat that team tonight.
yeah. Like if you look at it, like Justin said, it's it's not the fact that we lost 4-2. It's the fact that your bats haven't shown up in weeks consistently. Like it'd be one thing if you just had an off game on that. Well, your bats got cold. It happened. It's baseball. No, your bats are cold when you won 7-1 last night.
The bat showed
I
up in
mean,
Nashville.
yeah,
That's the only one.
the
Yeah.
bats were there in Nashville. Yeah, but they were there in Nashville, but and they were really good in game 1 and game 3, but let's be honest, they got some help. They
Oh yeah.
definitely got some help in that series from the Vanderbilt pitching staff. And then
Yep.
remember, they were not good in game 2. They
You brought
really
up a
did
good point.
struggle in game
You
2
brought
of
up a
that
good point,
series.
David. Like them dodging from hit by pitches is odd.
Oh yeah, Zach. That was give Zach credit.
Yeah,
That.
Zach. That's odd to me because I'm not remembering a Jay Johnson team that would duck from a pitch. And I mean, we are playing dodgeball right now instead of taking free bases when we need as many free bases as we can get.
Yeah, it's one thing if you're hitting 300 or 280 as a team and you're avoiding it, but like, bro, you need it. We're like when your head coach, who is the most offensive minded coach in the country, tells the media after the game that the take is their best friend at this point in time. That brother, I mean,
Because
that's
they can't, like I said earlier in the show, like I've said to AP, it's like they can't put a lot of runs on the board unless they have help from the opposing pitching staff. They
yeah,
they haven't been able to, like, besides like just hitting the ball. They need help either in the free pass game, or they needed help last night with Oklahoma's bad defense early in that game. Like, if you don't have help from the opposing pitching staff just hitting the ball, like, you can't put a lot of runs up on the board right now. Like, it's
yeah.
just Anytime you're successful, you have a lot of help.
You're right. Like that game one against Vanderbilt, they went from down one to up two without putting a ball in play.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
I hate beating this. I hate beating this dead horse. And when we started 8-0, what team did we jump on offensively, and did not just take the free help? What team do we absolutely jump on other than
UCF.
UCF?
I
One.
you sc-
Milwaukee,
it
Nichols.
it's hard. You scored 5 runs against Nichols in the first inning, I
Right.
believe. But
Was Nichols just? I mean, we're what I'm trying to say is this team hasn't been the team that's going to walk out there and just jump on the bats all year. Jake Brown has
no,
masked it. Beginning of the year, Dar York masked it. Brown masked it.
You don't have sledgehammers out there for sure. You definitely are batting with regular bats. It's and it's pretty wicked. Look, we've been going for an hour. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. David, have you made it to have you made it to your box?
I skipped. I stopped to get gas, and I'm just getting home.
All right. Well, David has made it home safely. We're gonna wrap this thing up because we have a 2 p.m. first pitch tomorrow. William Schmidt takes the mound. Before we leave, David, since you were the last on, I'm gonna start with you, and then Paul, then Justin, close it out, and I'll give my thoughts. David, what do you expect? How do you expect this game to go tomorrow?
So I think it's important to look at this starting pitcher for Oklahoma the same way you looked at Cam Johnson. If you look at his overall stats, like it's like, oh, it's not bad. Like for a freshman, it's pretty good, you know. But then you look at what he did in his one SEC start last week, and it was 3 innings, gave up, I think it was 5 or 6 hits, four earned runs. It was a problem. And then that's what I mean. You saw what happened to Cam Johnson stepping in the box in that situation. So you jump on them like you can take advantage of what they do give you. I think they win tomorrow. I think Schmidt bounces back. I mean, not that he was bad. He just got taken out early because his back tightened up. I think Schmidt rolls. Uh, I'm not saying you're going to score 7, 8 runs, but I could see you winning like a 5-3 ball game.
I'll take it. How about you, Paul?
I don't know. What team's going to show up tomorrow?
It's the most accurate answer.
Somebody
That is
picked
so
Stanfield on Pick to Click today. Somebody picked Stanfield on Pick to Click, and I laughed at it with Justin. And I sat there on the grandstand and I went, maybe. Lightning strikes. It's like, how do I feel about tomorrow? I'm confident William Schmidt as long as his back is, fine. I don't think they're going to put him out there if his back's not fine. Then it turns into who's behind the plate. It turns into who's at second base, because I'm pretty sure Pearson's put his name in that lineup with a Sharpie.
Yes.
Starts in the lineup with a Sharpie. The outfield's in the lineup with a Sharpie. Mom's in the lineup with a Sharpie. Does York go back to first? Does he want to put somebody? So it goes into like. I mean,
Who's
you live in
showing
the
up?
city. You can go down the street and one of them tarot card readers. They probably have a better idea than me, Jay Johnson, and Nate Yeski, and all of us. I don't know.
True. Justin, how do you feel about tomorrow? What do you think? What do you think happens?
well, lineup wise, we'll see. Um, Offense wise, we'll see. I will say seriously about tomorrow. I feel good not only with William Schmidt on the mound, but you also got to realize you have not used Devin Sheeran or Gavin Guidry yet. Both of those guys are available tomorrow to win you this series. So with Schmidt and then Sheeran and Guidry, both of those guys to back him up, I'm confident that you're going to be able to pitch and pitch well tomorrow because not only do you have Schmidt, but you have your two most consistent guys out of the bullpen that are both ready to win you this series tomorrow. But again, offensively, it's just who knows? Who knows what offense is going to show up tomorrow?
Yeah, look, man, when I think about tomorrow, I think about it like this. I mean, we call Louisiana State University LSU. Tomorrow I'm calling it TBD, to be determined. Yeah, that's the only way I can put this game tomorrow is TBD. Because, like Paul said, I don't know who's showing up. I think we have more than enough ammo in the bullpen to get the job done to scratch out a tough win. But the lineup that we roll out not only affects the bats, but the defense too. If we're having errors in the field, if wild pitches are getting passed, if we're holding balls instead of throwing them and being aggressive on defense when we need to, then guess what? Those are the games we lose. And that's because we've earned the loss more than they took it from us. And I'm tired of seeing this team give wins away. I am. Vandy walked us off. They earned the win more than they earned that win, but we almost stole a game that we didn't have any business winning. We tonight almost won a game we had no business winning because we're giving them away. Just show up and have fun. Play baseball, guys. Please. Schmidt's going to deal. He's going to do his thing. And like Justin just said, you got Sharon. You got Guidry. Just put the ball in play and let the magic go from there. It's not that difficult.
Seems to work with Chris Stanfield.
I mean.
It's scary or disappointing. Like I don't mean to add like another negative nugget to what this team's dealing with. How many years have we talked about this at the beginning of the year? How many years have we just begged to have like a consistent Sunday starter? And we finally have that. And we can't even trust our offense to beat Sunday pitching right now. Like that's that is the
where's that tweet?
Sunday.
We can't trust this offense to beat midweek pitching.
Paul. Oh,
you're relying on pitching on Sunday. It's Saturday, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. Game 3, and I feel good about it. Only like what Justin said. The guys you got lined up, I feel really good about it. But like, you should like if you just have a decent offense right now, tomorrow would almost be like, yeah, they got this in the bag.
Yeah,
like just a decent offense.
Yeah,
it's a.
Two things. Keep Jake Brown, Stephen Milam, Omar Cerna, and John Pearson away from Tigerland. 2, the reason why you have those guys lined up for Sunday is because if you could trust your offense, you would have thrown Sheeran or Guidry tonight to hold that win.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Jay said that. He said if they tied the game in that 7th, like if that time run comes across, he said that like they had both of them ready.
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch the press conference.
He also okay. Well, let me tell you this because you're talking about guys with Sharpie. I'm sorry, DP. I'll just say it real quick because I didn't mention it.
You're good.
Jay, I actually about Cerna like just continuing to have big moments, and he straight up said that Omar Cerna is not leaving the lineup anytime soon or possibly ever.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know where I learned that at, AP?
Where'd you learn that at?
On Go Deep Dive with David Billiard and Zach Nunez.
Which you should do what?
Like, follow, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
And
make sure
donate to their Venmo.
Make sure, or they're going to start an OnlyFans. Make sure, which some people might want to see David Billiard Jr. show some ankles. Just saying.
Nobody wants to see that.
That's what the people out here in these streets are saying, man. Like they want to see some DC ankles, but
I'm not against selling out.
Hey, That's my guy. That's my guy right there.
Because you know what we do on Go
I'm
Deep
not
Dive,
selling out. I'm
baby?
selling up,
We
cuz.
go we go balls deep
Yes,
on Go
sir.
Deep on
Yes,
Go
sir.
Deep Dive. Okay, that's a double entendre there, folks. There's a reason why they call it Go Deep Dive.
There's a special tier you can watch Go deep dive each other.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that.
Okay.
All right,
It's
this
one
is
in the
what you get
morning.
at a 1 o'clock in the morning, and Paul is sleep deprived. All right, like,
Yeah, it's
Go to
getting
go to
late.
bed, Paul.
this is this is how you
We've
lighten the
drifted.
mood.
We've drifted
Yeah.
away.
Hey, the name of the show is called what?
From B
Timeouts
to
and
Z.
tangents. Okay. We're going on a little deep dive of a tangent. You see what I did there? We're blending the shows. Now what we're gonna do? We're gonna
Walk it
walk it
off.
off. Make sure that you
You sound like
follow.
Go Team right now. That's the problem.
Goodbye.
The
Gosh.
audible silence that just washed over the whole stream
Yeah.
right now,
He actually said
like
it.
that spoke volumes, volumes. You're welcome. All right, that spoke volumes. Yeah, Paul, Zach says Paul needs sleep.
Paul,
Joker
please
says
get some
we
sleep,
win
brother. Please
tomorrow.
get some
Like,
sleep,
please,
Paul.
man, please, man. Paul
Please go
definitely get
get
some
some
sleep.
sleep,
We
brother.
got baseball in less than 13 hours, guys. Let's get some rest. Let's make sure we're there. We wrap our arms around the team, regardless win, lose or draw. We still in it for the purple and gold. We still in it for the Tigers. We're in it for the team. And yeah, look, we come on here. We give our little therapy sessions. We expel all the bad juju from around us, and make sure we surrounding ourselves with positivity, good vibes, excitement, and we go out there to have fun just like these boys should do too. So, I know that they see some of these clips going around, and they're gonna have some opportunities for people to oh my god. Joker said, did I miss the overrated part of this show? Y'all said go team. We're gonna start treating that name like Voldemort, he who shall not be named. Okay,
Like Ole
them
Miss.
who shall them who shall not be named. Now that's a school in Oxford, so that's the Went team. How about that? They went. They went. They ain't going no more. Shout out to all those who had to deal with them. Props to y'all. Thank y'all. Um, just want to say though, Paul is showing off pick the click prizes right now. Who's
That's the
that
one for
autograph,
tomorrow.
Paul? Who's that?
7.
And we're updating. I'm making a executive decision here just because things haven't been enough fun with this offense. If you whoever gets 2 hits in a game first, like is that good enough to win? Pick the click nowadays. Just 2 hits. That's all we're asking for.
I mean, I wouldn't lose any money.
We'll take
Stanfield got you.
we'll take a hit by pitch at this point. I mean,
Jake Brown tomorrow.
anything involving the ball.
You need to outlaw
anything
Jake tomorrow in gold jersey.
right. Anything involving the ball
Apparently, I don't give away
and a
good prizes.
player. Man, look,
Dude,
shut
that was
up.
crazy.
Yeah, that
That
was
no,
crazy.
that's crazy.
We're not gonna
like,
get
and
into
I'm
that.
not telling
Jake
you.
Yeah, you're right.
Brown,
I'm not telling you. I'm telling
Jake
that person
Brown,
to shut up.
or
That was
card
so
or
dumb.
ball. I'm gonna decide in the morning, but it's gonna be a Jake Brown prize.
All right, I like it. Jake Brown in goal tomorrow. Tip in my hand, I may go with Jake Brown. I got to talk it over with my wife. I went Zach York and didn't talk that over with her, but I had dinner. I had dinner tonight. I had to take care of a little business meeting, so I didn't really have time to flesh things out today. Today was a good day. Got some big announcements coming. But I'm gonna talk with the boys about that privately. Before we share anything publicly, I just want to thank y'all all for the support tonight. Joker, Zach, thank y'all for being in the chat this
Thank
late into
y'all.
the morning with us, hanging out. For all those who may be seeing this in the future, we love you. Um, the last time Jake should be able to be picked is tomorrow, possibly.
I'm not gonna outlaw anybody.
Right. I mean, possibly. That's all up to Paul, though. That's his discretion. We love you all. We thank you guys for your time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on that on all our handles at AJP413 at Walk It Off Talk for Paul and at Paul Dress 16 at Babin on the Bayou on X and at DC Billiard Jr. on X for David. Make sure you like and subscribe to
Don't
Go
forget,
Deep
go
Dive
deep
on
dive.
on YouTube. Oh my God, on YouTube. Walk It Off Talk. Walk It Off Talk on YouTube for Paul. Babin on the Bayou Show on YouTube for Justin. We cannot express to y'all just how much it means for you to be kind in the world, be the change, be the difference that you want to see. It's free. Smile. Hold the door open for somebody. Kill somebody with kindness, man. It will go a long way. Your smile can save someone's life. Smile at this team tomorrow. Now, I know it's hard. You want to see them win. We all do. But at the end of the day, we get to sit back, relax, and enjoy our favorite team do our favorite thing, which is watch them play baseball and then wear the lovely gold uniforms. Look, God loves you. So do we. He wants you to love him back. And guess what? That love is free. We love y'all. We're out.
All day.